like that guy. Well, all the components to this would be
community garden. I stepped out earlier. We had a little bit of a conversation with Carlos about what they got going on out here. Right now, what I heard they're working on is some elderberry syrup. Is that what it is? Would you mind telling us a little bit about it?
Well, I'll try.
Yeah.
Well, it's just we harvested all the elderberries off of an elderberry tree that we have, and they just took them. They grow in clusters, so they had to take them off of the branches and make sure all the bugs were out of them. And then they're boiling them down now and then mashing the solid parts, and they're going to strain it in a strainer into another pot, and that'll collect the juice in the bottom of the pot.
Nice.
And then they'll keep doing that process, mashing and straining, and then sugar will be added at some point.
I've accepted it.
Made into a syrup that can be used for culinary or medicinal uses.
Nice.
So, I think part of what we wanted to do was teach people how to make their own food, as well as harvest, having the food available to harvest, but also just show people how rewarding and how fun it is to make your own food, and you know that you made it, and you know that it doesn't have all these chemicals in it, and so we hope that people are able to walk away with some yummies and also knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And skills.
So what are your plans with this batch here that you guys are
We're
working?
hoping to be able to give people jars to take home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was the whole purpose, is to teach and also let people take, like the salsa that was made over there too. We're letting people take jars of that home.
Nice. Yeah, no, I actually got
It's there for people to take home.
Nice. No, I was fortunate enough to sample the salsa, and it's excellent. I love it. I'm going to try to take some home for myself.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Grab it.
I appreciate it, Dee.
Yeah,
I appreciate
She's
you.
interested already is one of the
I think it'd be really cool to have it as like a collaborative thing.
So this is the elderberry stuff. Would you like to speak on anything about what's going on here with the elderberry stuff here,
Well,
Tom?
sure. So we've got elderberries that we've put a little water in, and we've cooked them, she's mashing them now so that we can make an elderberry syrup, because a lot of people value elderberry syrup as a way to take a little elderberry every day to help keep their immune system strong so that they don't get colds, and it makes the inflammation, if people have troubles with inflammation in their joints or whatever, it's supposed to help that. And it has a good flavor, and the plant grows it. It's been respected by humans forever. It's been an important plant to humans all around the planet, because it grows all over the planet. And I was fortunate enough to have planted a big harvest that was ready to go today, and it seemed like people who might not have the plant and the opportunity to participate in making elderberry syrup would enjoy it, and it turns out that was true. They have. And then I thought we'd make quite a bit of elderberry syrup and then let the people who are collaborating on this project take some for their families and their homes, and that's what's going on with the elderberries. We recently, over here, we brewed a batch of ale here, and it's in this pot. Right now it's got the wort chiller in it, which has got a little water running through this stainless steel coil that takes the heat out of it, and it's pretty cool now. So I want to get it down to 70, and I'll bring the bucket out, the primary fermentation bucket and the yeast starter, and we'll fill the bucket up. We'll rinse the hops that we boiled in there are in these bags here, and we'll rinse them a couple more times and take that liquid, which will have some of the malt extract in it and the hop flavor, and add it in the bucket. And the bucket is a 7-gallon bucket, and we get about 6.5 gallons in it. And then I'll have to lug that back up in the house where the temperature's more stable, around 72. And it'll ferment for a week in that bucket. Then we'll move it to a 5-gallon glass bottle, and it'll sit for 4 weeks in that. Then we siphon it into another bucket we use for bottling and add priming sugar. For 5 gallons, I use around 150 grams of dextrose that I dissolve in some water, pour it in there, stir it. Then I fill the bottles and put the caps on them. And that priming sugar provides food for the yeast so that they'll make a little bit more alcohol, and the carbon dioxide will carbonate the beverage so it'll be foamy and fizzy. Speaking of which, I was going to go get a couple of bottles and see if people who are still here want a sip. So,
I wouldn't mind a sip myself.
so I think I'll go do that.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Well, thanks, Tom. I'm gonna see what everybody else is
For
looking.
folks who left already, they can have some the next time.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So yeah, what they talked about too was they actually made some salsa today too. I got a chance to try it. It's excellent. How's it going? Y'all like to introduce yourselves and tell us what y'all are up to?
Yeah.
Strangers? Just kidding.
My name's Isaac. I use he, him pronouns.
My name is Mary. I use she, her pronouns. We're making elderberry syrup. So I just mashed this for a while, and now we're gonna strain it a couple of times, I think.
Well, I got to say, both these folks I see around quite a bit. They're always willing to help out and jump in and support everything. I actually spent a lot of time with them yesterday. They helped out on a lot of the mural work that we completed yesterday, and I was happy to see them again this morning. So we appreciate y'all very much.
It looks great.
Thanks, guys. And you're over here planting, huh?
Yep, we're gonna plant this little pomegranate tree.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Courtney. I use she, her pronouns.
Thank you. Yeah, Courtney's always out here doing stuff too. We see her planting today, but we also see them in the streets and with standing in solidarity with folks out there as well too. So a lot of these folks, this is typically a large part of the type of community work and stuff they take part in, and although sometimes the narrative is pushed that all we do is protest and raise hell, that we all do this as well. So we appreciate you. So yeah, just another quick update on some of the activities out here today. So far I've seen at least definitely a few, if not maybe 4 trees planted. They got some huge squash going over here that's still got some time left in it too, but this is pretty impressive. So yeah, this some huge squash going on. They have all different types of stuff, potatoes, and as we talked about earlier, they have this bulletin board here that they harvest and keep a lot of their produce and stuff here to share with the surrounding community members that live in the area, whether it be some of these unhoused folks that stay in the area and unsheltered folks, or even just some neighbors, from what I understand, come out here and get some of the produce. And people share books and as well as education on these bulletin boards they leave here. So just trying to do some updates with folks and highlight what many folks are in this community are doing that don't get noticed enough, as well as also let those that are interested in trying to figure out ways to help and support each other and learn a few things. I myself, I don't know much about gardening and stuff like that, but I've been learning lately from a lot of these folks that do this regularly. So it's a good chance, if anybody's interested, to try to figure out how to connect with people doing things they're interested in. And there's folks doing a variety of things, so please pay attention, and we'll try to keep you guys updated on everybody's approaches and different approaches when it comes to their efforts in supporting our communities and our neighbors. So I appreciate y'all.